Hey guys, okay, so welcome back to BCS Homebrew episode 3, and the reason why you're seeing this now is because we've actually found a brewing tournament we're going to go to, which is Saturday for me coming up, but obviously you'll hopefully see us on Monday, hopefully. Right, but basically, so I've done some changes to the deck, the Alfred build I've been running, but you know what, it ain't working out, so we're going to be cutting to what I'm playing next. So welcome back to this portion here, where we're going to be covering my new deck that I'm going to be doing. I've actually wanted to do this type of build for a while. The only reason I haven't is just because I've been focusing on the Alfred build. Obviously, as you know, that's what I played for Cardiff. So let's start off with our starter. Our starter is Wingle Brave. You probably figure it out purely from this. So yeah, Wingle Brave, which obviously means that we are bringing in our boy Messianic Lord Blaster. So I personally have always enjoyed the Blaster builds. I actually built a version of this. It wasn't entirely the most competitive version. It was just more like fours of. It was basically standard plus, if you want to put it this way. But yeah, now this build here, I'm going to say, is not exactly my build. There's two changes. Yeah, there's only two changes from the build that I saw with the guy who topped, and I would like to try and expand on it. But yeah, there's only two changes I've tried. So let's tell you what Messianic does if you don't know. Basically, if you control 6 blasters with different names, he gets plus their attack points and their critical. It hits numbers. And then when you swing, if you drive check, if you've got an open rear guard circle and you drive check and a blaster, you can Spear Call it. It's quite a lovely card, which means we're going to have a lot of different blaster names. And kind of just going on to it, Wingle Brave searches blasters anyway, so basically it's going to guarantee that a bit more. So we have 2 Blaster Blade Exceed, purely for just the blaster name. And it can CB1 retire grade 1. 1 new style Blaster Loo. It can shuffle back Blast Blade, but it's also got Blaster name. And I don't see this run much, but Majesty Lord Blaster is one of my favourite cards in this game, and I wanted to run it. And obviously seeing an extra Blaster name helps greatly. Right. Okay, so of course, since this is a Royal Paladin deck, we must contain our 4 Blaster Blades. As you see, it's not the image rare, I'm using the OR. I've got 2 OR and 2 of that one. I want to get 2 more OR at some point. But yeah. So Blaster Blade is integral to this deck. Not only is it a great ride, but also we still run for Royal Paladin Flogel. So obviously, since we need Blaster Blade to use that card, it makes sense that we run 4. Yeah. So there we go. Next best card we have, which kind of helps the Messianic play, is Blaster Rapier. So Blaster Rapier gets to check the top card when you attack with a Blaster Vanguard or an Arcsaver Vanguard. The Arcsaver part's never going to come up, but it's what it requires. And then you check top card of your deck, you put it at bottom or you can put it on top. This card just helps massively with seeing the top card for triggers, as well potentially a blaster, and you can bluff really easily with this card. So like, say I swing in, I check top card, and then it's let's say, I don't know, it's maybe I'm missing grade 3 and I need that grade 3. and that person's going to assume it's a crit because I put it to the top, and then I try to check the grade 3 I want, and then this person's like, oh, well, shit, I should have taken it. This kind of situations, like one of those things where you can bait them out, trick them to what they think. Okay. Anyway, one of the most integral cards is Starcall Trumpeter, CB2 Superior Core Blaster. I've been using this card for years. I love this card so much. I'm so glad someone, like I've been telling people this is a good card for years, and people don't believe it, and I'm like, I told you at top, knew it would. But yeah, this card is integral to get the Masonic playoff, and it helps with the grade 2 game somewhat. So just kind of going on how I said there was a difference. Magic's Little Blaster is one difference from what the person played because he ran 3 Exceed. And one of my differences is Blaster Arrow. Blaster Blade Spirit was what he was running. I'm running Blaster Arrow because of the resist capabilities. So when I have 6 blasters, everything on my field cannot be chosen by effect, so it gets all resist. And it's really, really important against certain matchups, and I feel it'd be important to have that. Blaster Dark, our Shadow Avatar. Purely, it's searchable. It's a great on-ride target, and because it's searchable by Wingard Brave, it's nice. You can see we won't retire, get a potential twin drive, but also at the end it's just a blaster name. And favorite pupil of Light and Dark Blue. It helps with a nice combo on the Divine Twin Sword. So like Twin Sword like calls this out and it gets a bunch of power. You can hit numbers. So it's a good card for that. It's a nice finisher. Let me get. Alright. So 4 blaster from Bark Goal, simple blaster name and counter charge. Alright. Now to stride fodder. You need stride. And since you kind of want to focus on this deck kind of the way you want this deck to work is you want to be focusing on calling up blaster units, means you don't have a lot of hand usually. So stride fodder is kind of necessary. 2 blaster dagger, Nubatama. When the blaster vanguard hits, bounce it back to deck. Not to deck, so that'd be terrible. Bounce back to hand. But it's a good card. 2 flash shield assault. PG from deck with the G guard. Yeah. Technically, that's a technical different card. He was running the Seeker PG, but doesn't matter. They're the same type of thing. Blaster Javelin can bind a card, and it's a 10k booster. And Swordsman Light Blaster Lore. It's got resist. Literally, that's kind of it. It's kind of like the fact that it's got resist is good, but it's also just a blaster name as well. Alright, on to the triggers. So we have our 4 Amulet Eagle, our Premium Collection critical. It's nice, obviously 10k draw a card. So 10k to the Vanguard. And then, like I said earlier, our Royal Paladin Flogel. Royal Paladin Flogel is still... it's not the win con of the deck anymore, but it is a possible win con. MLB obviously is the way we're aiming to win, but Royal Paladin Flogel can win games when needed. 2 10k crit. So we're running 10 critical, and obviously, as you know, you only saw 2 PGs. Well, that's because we're running 2 draw PGs. So, as you know from my previous deck, I've been running the whole 10 crit 2 draw thing. I was running to Margle. Well, with this particular thing, I don't have to read a room for 4 normal perfect cards. I could take out the Stride Fodder, or I could take out, I could put Javelin, take out Javelin, and take out Laura, but that's less past the name. So do you see what I mean? I can't really do the 4 PG the way I normally do it. So yeah, I feel it's I feel 2 draw PGs is fine. I did debate going on running 3 Flash Shield Assault, just running 3 Flash Shields and let me think, what was it? 4 Flash Shield Assaults. Yeah, it was 3 Flash Shield Assault, and I would just only run 3 PGs, and I'd have to draw and whatnot. But yeah, either way, like, you get it. Hopefully. I'm not very good at explaining, but hopefully you get it. And then 4 heal, but it's heal. I know some people run 1 Remedy Angel with Elaine, but I prefer the 20k all the way. Just a 20k shield is nice. Oh Christ! So I had to readjust and knocked in. Like I say, I'm not used to the setup still. Right, anyway, let's sort this out, shall we? Let's get down to the strides. Right, 2 Gancelot. Gancelots are really important for the unflipping with Twin Sword for the resist, but also it's just that it's the quad drive, and you need quad drive, you need hand. Now, one thing I'm back to running is to Alfred. Believe it or not, I do go into it more often than most people realise. It's a good card, and I've got 2 in SP. Like, why wouldn't I? You know. Now this is a card I know people don't run. It's partly because I love the card so much, and in its art, but it's Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saver. So I'm running her at 2. I have to run her at 2 because she unflips herself. Counterblast 1, and you unflip a copy. If you have a Vanguard with Blaster, being the heart, you get to give 3 units plus 5,000 power. And then if you get 2 Blasters in Soul, you get +1 crit. So this deck's kind of interesting in the way it's like, because she's like a potential finisher as well. Like, you've got so many finishers and startup strides for it. So, like, you don't run it all the time. But, you know, you've got Twin Sword as well at 2. And you've just got so many options. Myriad as well is another option. Agnos is at 1. Ultima. Like, we got Dismal still. Bractome as well. 2 Marin. And then Mascol. Yeah, so many options. You'll notice Colburn is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Colburn. Nah, he's I just didn't feel he was needed for the deck anymore. I never used him at all, to be honest. So yeah, there you go, boys. That is the deck. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet or a bit not as hyper energy as usually. Well, anyway, with this part, I'm still getting used to setup and I'm just trying to work things out. But yeah, that's the deck as it stands. We've got God, why am my brain not thinking? The event is for me 2 days away, so you'll be seeing it on Monday. Hopefully we'll get some footage this time. People have not been wanting us to film their games, which is quite annoying. But we'll try and see if we can get some games in with this deck, and yeah, and we'll see how it goes. I'll probably be sticking with the Blaster build for a while, and not like jumping off to another deck. I'll probably be sticking with this for a while and seeing how things go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this part, and wish me luck, and pray for me, guys, that we can bring home a top for this deck. So guys, welcome to the roundup of the Darksphere Waterloo tournament. Now, it was a shock tournament. There was 13 players and it was all best of one, so you'll see no game 2 and all that stuff. Let's get with it. We started off, went against a friend of mine. He was playing Luard. So I went for searching Wingard Brave, which was very important to search for Blaster Rapier, because Blaster Rapier kind of like helps guarantee the meme, which is what's very important. Blaster Rapier is like the most key piece I have definitely learned. But yeah, it was all right. The game was going pretty decent. He stayed on grade 2, as you expect. You want to get first stride, and then I'm like, boys, grade 3, let's go, boys. And I just summon out my whole board, and then I go Starcore, and I'm like, the meme is here, swing. And he's like, no, I'm surviving, PG. And I'm like, why you gotta have that PG? Anyway, and then he realizes he can't actually do Morfessa, so he hasn't got enough for Ritual 10, so he goes for Dragavis, and he tries to retire a bit of my board, but thanks to Blaster Rapier, Blaster Arrow, he wasn't able to, which was great. He had to swing in with my into my rears. He ended up saying in the match, which I thought was a bit of a mistake to say this out loud, but he said, if I don't get rid of your units, I won't survive. And it was like, okay, cool, I'm glad to know, because I already had Majesty Lord Blaster in hand, and I was planning on shriding, but due to the fact he gave me that information that he didn't have the cards to survive, I just threw down the Majesty Lord Blaster. Boom, the meme was revived and slammed him straight in the face. He was gone. Alright, so that was round 1, a great round 1. Then round 2, Nectar. So it was alright. I kind of decided at some point, like, because we were playing through the game like pretty good. I was seeing a lot of damage triggers, and then we hit the point where I was like, I'm not going to be able to pull the meme off, and I knew that. And then I went, I'm going to stomach the grade 2 game. So I decided to stomach the grade 2 game. I didn't realize how good a grade 2 game Katrina has. My God, it's amazing. And yeah, so I went for it. I tried to do, going from memory, I think I tried to do the Royal Paladin Flogel combo, but it didn't work out in the end. Then he was like, and then I went to grade 3. I couldn't pull it off, and then he went Katrina and just wiped me out. There was nothing I could do. Katrina just gained so much advantage, way quicker than anything else. It was either I pull off the meme or not, but it didn't matter because he had the PG anyway, and because the guy knows me. He said in a match that he knew what I was playing, so he kind of like mulliganed to make sure he had the PG. So I was like, yeah, happens unfortunately. Round 3 was against a Tsukuyomi Ichitom deck. I made a really stupid misplay. Basically what happened was, as we were playing the game properly, he was going first, and so he rode grade 3 first. I forgot how the stride rulings worked, and you'll see as I re-ride over, because I'm thinking about stopping Sabreeze, but I wasn't thinking about the fact that he could stride into anything else, and then he just strides, and then I'm like trying to survive, but then I go into a nice twin sword play, got that Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark showing up, but at the end of the day it didn't really matter. He just was like, it's cool. okay, I'm just going to swing into you now and go Ichikishima and just, unguardable and kills me. Happens. I don't know if me, striding, actually taking the opportunity to stride the first time would have changed anything. Maybe it might have, but hey, at the end of the day, we all make our mistakes. We all kick ourselves for them, but at the end of the day, at least I learned what would happen if I tried to stay grade 2. It doesn't end well, as I've learned. Anyway, round 4 was against Luard. That game was like pretty alright. He ends up going first. According to my opponent, he bricked. I don't know Luard, but I don't know what Luard well enough to know if it. But yeah, he goes for the grade 2. He rides Noise. I think it's called Noise. Yeah, and then I'm like, it's fine. I go for Messianic, and I do because I didn't have enough for it, so I did Lu and Bot Goal into Blaster Blade, and I put the MLB at the back. So basically I was aiming to just drive check that one last card for the Blaster, didn't get it, so the meme failed, sad times. But then he was like, okay, cool, I'm going to stride. He realized again he couldn't get Morfessa, so he goes to Drag Abyss. And then with Drag Abyss, he retires most of my build, but he's not going to kill me. Which is fine. I had a... Sorry about sneezing a minute. What was it? So I had 3 Messianics in my hand. So I had gone through all of them. And it was pretty okay because after his Drag Abyss turn and he couldn't kill me, I went into Messianic. So I rode Messianic Lord Blaster, and then I ditched one for Stride and I called one. And as you see it on the video, I've got 2 Force Markers stacked and 2 Flop Pound Flogels. So hey, when the meme fails, you just go back to what you know. And then you just go boom, call out a board, get 2 Blaster Blades, and I'm like swing, crit, slam it. It's only a 5k crit, so it's not that bad. But you slam it on the Blaster Blade, and you just go swing, 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 and death he goes. So yeah, it seems to be that I'm only able to kill Shadow Paladin in this tournament so far. Yeah, okay, so apparently Shadow Paladin I'm really good against. I don't know, but it's my win rate at least. Then next, I got into top 8. So I got into top 8. I'm really happy about this. To be honest with you, I didn't think I would. But into top 8, I went against my teammate Matt. He's playing Katrina now because of the Bermuda hits. Yeah, the deck's so freaking deadly. It was like pretty much I was just playing the game like you normally will. I tried to go for the meme. The meme just would not have succeeded, sad times. I bricked heavily though. I had to ride Starcall. I had no way to use Wingard Braves for searchability at all either, so Wingard Brave was just stuck there, and he actually suggested that I should have stayed grade 2 in that particular scenario, and maybe he's right actually, I should have on that one, but I heeded my round 2 opponent's advice and said just go straight to grade 3. So, it happens, but with match like Katrina and just slams into me and it's game. I can't do anything about it. Katrina's with Gladiolus going for the multi-attack blade just straight up kills me, and there we go. That is the end of my tournament run. I want to thank my opponents for this time actually having footage recorded. I greatly appreciate you guys. Obviously this series is a bit better with footage, and hopefully we'll be able to get footage for future episodes. So I do give you guys a great thanks. And this is a not guarantee, but I might try to stick, because I've done the best with blasters, I might try to stick with blasters for an episode. But this is not a guarantee. I might try something different. I've been playtesting on and off, but I can't find a way to get with the early aggro to deal with decks like Katrina that I particularly want. So tempted by chance to kind of go away from the deck. but at the same time I'm tempted to stick with it. So we may have a different deck for next episode, just giving you a warning, but it may not change. Find out next time in next episode, boys. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next BCS Homebrew.